Yes, we're live. Hi, Nefertiti. Welcome to the
Hi, how
show.
are you? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy to have you on.
Thanks for
And
having me.
yeah, you're all the way from New Jersey.
Yes, let me turn down this reverb a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. We're doing a verbless talking, and then the verb for the song. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, a reverb for the song. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, let's just start with some music. Let me first introduce you. I got to know you through the label Noir.
Mm-hmm.
He um, the label manager, he gave me a couple of artists to enter my open mic, online open mic, and I really liked your set.
Thank you so
And
much.
yeah, I'm really happy to have you on and to elaborate some more on yeah, who you are and what kind of music you make, and so people get to know you a little bit better.
Oh, definitely. Thanks
And
for having me again.
yeah, let's just start with a song,
Okay.
so people can dive right in.
All right.
What do you want to start with?
I was gonna start with a favorite cover song of mine. It's by Tori Kelly. It's called "Dear No One."
All right.
I like being independent, not so much of an investment. No one to tell me what to do. I like being by myself. Don't gotta entertain anybody else. No one to answer to. But sometimes I just want somebody to hold. Someone to give me the jacket when it's cold. Got that young love even when we're old. Yeah, sometimes I want someone to grab my hand, pick me up, pull me close, be my man. I will love you till the end. So if you're out there, I swear to be good to you. But I'm done looking for my future someone. 'Cause when the time is right, you'll be here. But for now, dear no one, this is your love song. Don't really like big crowds. I tend to shut people out. I like my space. But I would love to have a soulmate, and God will give him to me someday. And I know it'll be worth the wait. So if you're out there, I swear to be good to you. But I'm done looking for my future someone. 'Cause when the time is right, you'll be here. But for now, dear no one, this is your love song. 'Cause sometimes I just want somebody to hold. Someone to give me the jacket when it's cold. Got that young love even when we're old. Yeah, sometimes I want someone to grab my hand, pick me up, pull me close, be my man. I will love you till the end. So if you're out there, I swear to be good to you. But I'm done looking for my future someone. 'Cause when the time is right, I'll be here. But for now, dear no one, this is your love song. Yeah. Thank you. That was Dear No One.
Great. Yeah. All right. So you are obviously you're a singer-songwriter. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you're songwriter. Do you consider yourself to be a singer-songwriter or?
Well, I definitely consider myself within like that singer songwriter category.
Mm-hmm.
I do, as far as like my original songs, I do write pretty much all of them. Maybe I'll have like some input from like Harvey off of the label as well, as far as like, some things to like switch around, or Solomon. In that case, I ask them too. But I usually, for the most part, write most of my songs, if not all of them.
Yeah, yeah. And you play guitar. What
Yeah, I do.
um is there any other instruments that you also play or?
I have a piano. I'm not the best at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I started off at, but
Okay.
I'm definitely not like proficient. And like I have a drum set like right here, but that
Mm-hmm.
is just more so for like fun and just kind of just being a better like musician in general. I wouldn't say that I'll just go out and just play a drum set for somebody like as a drummer or anything. It's definitely just more so for like personal development.
Yeah. I watched you on YouTube creating your own beats and stuff. Is that
Yeah.
something that yeah, is that really like your philosophy? Like I want to do everything myself, or why do you go that route?
I definitely go that route because it does cut out a lot of, I guess, like the middlemen, and
Mm-hmm.
overall, it's just another facet of like learning. Like I just
Sure.
really enjoy the process of just diving into the craft and just being a better musician as best as I can. And sometimes that'll include doing other things that I'm not used to doing. That's like outside of my comfort zone. So trying to play the drum set or trying to make beats is like they're out of my comfort zone. Like I can write a song on guitar easily, but to actually produce it is definitely like a different skill set that
Mm-hmm.
requires a lot more intentional thought in like how it's going to be perceived once like the end product is done.
Yeah. Um, I also try to endeavor in those things like producing and um, getting my own beats,
Mhm.
knowing full well that other people are much better at it. But
Yeah. But you got to start
um,
from somewhere, you know?
yeah, yeah, for sure. And I just love doing it. That's the first thing. But also, indeed, you learn so much from it
Yeah, you
along the
do.
way. Yeah. Um, do you also have like a setup where you use live electronics?
That's something that I started experimenting with. Like I have like a sequencer that I use that's like a drum loop every now and then, but
Yeah, I
I'm
heard you with
definitely
that.
not as proficient as I want to be. It's going to be
Mm.
something that like again like another skill set that I just work on and just really practice with. But I definitely want to experiment with like live looping and just kind of doing things on the spot because it just kind of creates for more like a dynamic performance.
What do you mean? You mean live looping instead of without the loops? You mean?
Yeah. Like versus just only playing guitar, I would be able
Yeah.
to like do the drums and have it like going and then literally just alter the drums as I'm playing. It's like a lot of multitasking.
That's the thing, though, isn't it? Yeah. To make it more lively, um, you have to sort of direct the drums
Mhm.
almost on a every bar or something like that.
Yeah,
Like.
pretty much like every bar or at least for like every section of the song cuz like the drums would be
Mm-hmm.
different for like the verse and the chorus and the bridge and then you kind of have to like think of about the like the entrances and how you're
Right.
leaving and it's like when to turn things off but remember to come back to the guitar to stay on beat and then you're still singing. It's just like it's a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Look, Charlie says hi. Maybe you probably don't know him, but he's uh,
Hi.
he's from. I always forget where he's
Hi
from.
Charlie.
He's from the States, but I always forget which state. It's a small one
Mhm.
on the on the on the East Coast somewhere.
Somewhere.
He'll tell. He'll tell. Post a comment, Charlie, which state you're from, because I forgot. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I think it's really cool that you're doing all those production things yourself, and it really will eventually make you much more of an accomplished and a more original artist.
Yeah, definitely. I believe so.
Yeah. Do you want to do another song?
Sure. I'll
All right.
do an original song.
Great.
All right.
Oh, new. Oh no, Charlie. He's also from New Jersey.
Oh, really? What part?
What part, Charlie? Yeah, send it in the comments. Okay, so what's the title of the song?
This one is called One Time, original by me.
All right.
I will lie 1,000,000 times just to see the truth in your eyes. One time, oh, I will set the sky on fire just to see the light in your eyes. One time, ooh. Let's dance in the wind, float down like cherry blossom. Let's sing to the stars, yeah. Tell them everything in us. I will lie 1,000,000 times just to see the truth in your eyes. One time. I will set the sky on fire just to see the light in your eyes. One time, oh, I used to love you every day. I don't know which one of us to blame. It's not the same, no. Somehow we lost our special touch. Everything that we did was so innocent, then we lost all of it. Trying to get back to it, really lost all of it. Oh, yeah. I will lie 1,000,000 times, yeah, just to see the truth in your eyes. One time, oh, I will set the sky on fire just to see the light in your eyes. One time, ooh. I guess there is no going back. Oh no. But I hope that you'll still be around. Yeah. 'Cause I really miss the way you sound. I do, oh yeah. I just hope that you will come back. I just hope that you will come back to me, to me. I will lie 1,000,000 times, yeah, just to see the truth in your eyes. One time, oh, I will set the sky on fire just to see the light in your eyes. One time, one time, yeah, one time, one time.
That's some wonderful chords at the end as well, eh?
Thank you.
So let me tell you, like Charlie says,
Mhm.
he's near Cherry Hill.
Oh, Cherry Hill, that's south of me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Aha. Right, right, right. And she's gonna check you out. He says he's making radio show himself, so maybe he'll contact you.
Awesome. Yeah,
And
definitely. You'll find my stuff on Facebook. Just type in like Nefertiti Gold and you'll see the fro.
there you go. There you go. Um, hey, there's one tiny little thing, technical thing I want to ask you. If
Mhm.
you could turn down the guitar a little bit,
Turn on the guitar, definitely.
yeah, and maybe even get some low end out of it,
Yeah, let's boost that.
because I think that's the culprit a little bit. So yeah, great. Um, uh, Obviously, it's something I just want to I want to at least address. But
Mhm.
you're from the United States, and there's a lot going on right now.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Also in our country, but we are sort of supporting you guys. That's basically what's happening. So just want to focus on the situation in the U.S. Yeah, I just want to keep it sort of personal and not political. So
Yeah.
how is it affecting your songwriting, basically? And is there something you want to say about it?
Well, I've definitely have given it like a lot of thought, and I know sometimes like within like the artist community, sometimes like our first instinct is to just kind of create something that'll
Hmm.
like that'll at least bring us together, and like that intention is there. And I've definitely thought about going that route. Like I've thought about it, but like ultimately I just kind of decided that it for me, I don't feel like it's the most appropriate to try to create a song or anything of that nature, because I feel like to an extent it would be me benefiting off of a tragedy,
Right.
unfortunately.
Sure.
So, and then I've done like some more thinking about it, like overall, and I feel like the common sentiment is that some people feel that like maybe in approximately like a couple weeks from now, it'll be all forgotten, and it'll just it comes and go in waves. And I feel like a lot of the reason why it comes off as if it comes and goes in waves is just because I feel like there's a lot of burnout. I feel like trying to maintain a state of frustration and anger causes you to burn out. And after a while, you just kind of get tired. And it's hard to kind of keep that fight going when you're just genuinely just physically tired, mentally tired, emotionally, psychologically. And I feel like
Yeah.
with my platform, what I want to do is kind of continue doing what I am doing and just kind of be a space where people can come to listen to music, watch videos, and just take a genuine mental break.
Hmm.
Not necessarily, as an excuse to try to ignore what's happening, but to actually just take the break that a lot of people should be taking in
Hmm.
these types of situations, so that you can be in a position to recharge, refresh, and kind of go back out into the world and continue doing that work. So for me, I want to act as that hub where you can come to like my page, my content, enjoy yourself for however long you need to like recharge your brain and kind of relax, so that you can
Hmm.
be more focused when you go back out into the world and do the work that needs to be done, so that we can actually have some form of permanent positive change.
Yeah, it's that's really very, 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 very fair and good. And also, I think maybe you're not aware of this, but the way you portray yourself, just by yourself, I don't think you do it on purpose.
Mhm.
And your music, it's really already in itself, it's already sort of protesting, not
Yeah.
really protesting, but it's just it's out there,
Mhm.
and it's unapologetic,
Yeah.
and it's um, how do you say that? It's really because you do a lot yourself.
Yeah.
It really shows that you know being a black woman, you can actually do everything.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
even
what I get out of it. So,
I mean, you're absolutely correct because I know that like
mm,
as I've done like my research and trying to find, more female producers and especially like black female producers,
mhm.
it's one of those things where it's kind of I feel like there's a certain gap that's like
Sure.
missing in there.
Uh,
Like I don't want to like discredit anyone like Missy Elliott or anything of that nature, but like for me growing up, it was just like it's always only been like Missy Elliott and maybe like a few sprinkles here and there, but it's not like it's predominant like I produce, I do the drums, I do the melody, I do this, I do that, I do the engineering. I think in all the years that I've been going to a recording studio, I've only ever come across one other female engineer, just one. And that's
and you're
about
talking about female, not even black female.
yeah, not even black female. Don't get
No,
me
you're
wrong. Like
right.
I love her, but like it was just the one girl, and I was so happy to have like a female engineer to just have like that feminine energy for the
Yeah.
project that I was working on at the time. But
Hmm.
I've been doing it close to 9, 10 years, and I've only come across one female engineer to work with.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've been talking about this with someone else a couple of weeks ago on this show,
Mhm.
and she was studying actually on a university level the impact of masculinity in the music industry,
Yeah.
especially in the studios. And yeah, it's true that um, if women are always being produced through a male gaze, so to speak,
Yeah.
then it will always have that sound. You know
Yeah.
what I
You'll
mean?
always have just one perspective because it's
Sort of
only one
sexualized almost
perspective.
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. So it's good to have you out there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. You want to do another song?
Absolutely.
Great.
All right.
What song you want to do for us?
I have for you a cover song actually. It's called Session 32 by Summer Walker. She's R&B artist, also plays guitar, and she's really, really talented.
All right. Is she already well known or?
Yeah, I believe she's under Interscope Records,
Oh, okay.
like a
Hmm.
subsidiary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
The way your love letters, I thought it made me feel better. I finally got 'em on my bed, but I still can't get you out my head. No, I'm sending you one text at a time. I know you by your phone, so boy, pick up your line. And I ain't too proud, baby. So what's been said has been said, yeah. And I need you to know you don't know what love is. No, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know. You don't know what love is. Oh, 'cause you don't stay up all night. And you don't know what love is. Oh, 'cause you don't put up a fight. And you don't know what love is. Oh, I swear you never seen it in your life. No. I swear you never seen it in your life. No. You don't know what love is. Oh, 'cause you don't put up a fight. And you don't know what love is. Oh, 'cause you don't stay up all night. And you don't know what love is. Oh, I swear you never seen it in your life. Oh. I swear you never seen it in your life. Oh. love is. Oh, I swear you never seen it in your life. Oh.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's talk about songwriting a little bit. Um,
Sure.
is there any? Do you have some sort of a method to it,
A method.
or do you have any tricks that you
Sometimes
use?
I find that lately, I guess the method that has been kind of working for the last set of songs that I've been on is I kind of fiddle around with like the guitar or maybe like my one of my MIDI keyboards and just kind of find try to find like a chord progression. And
Hmm.
I've noticed that a lot of my more recent songs that I tend to write, the chord progression isn't super complicated, right? It'll literally be like maybe two, three chords. Like sometimes I don't even hit that fourth chord.
Hmm.
And it's a matter of trying to figure out like how many different melodies can I come up with just the two chords or just the two, three chords. And I don't know how, but like I lately it's just been kind of working to keep the chord progression as simple as possible so that the lyrics, the story kind of has like a chance to shine. So that's been kind of like my method of attacking like songwriting lately.
That's great. Yeah. And do you also like uh so you're saying you try you try out a lot of melodies. So is that like you're you're recording them and then you use a couple of them, or how does that go?
Usually I'll find at least maybe like just like one general melody that'll last for about two lines, and then from there I have this thing where like I only sing the same melody. I try to only sing the same melody twice, and by the third, I guess, line or the third wraparound, I switch something up in the melody
Hmm.
so that at least every two lines, 2 to 3 lines, there's something different in it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you will not revisit the melody again.
I'll revisit the melody again, like later in the song, but for the sake
Right.
of like initially establishing it, I
Hmm.
probably won't repeat it more than 2 times.
In the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning. And then
Right.
like I'll probably have maybe 3 melodies that I'll alternate between.
Yeah, there's like a hook and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
do you yeah, I guess you're using
Mhm.
that uh phenomenon of a hook and a chorus. Yeah. Do you also use hip hop influences, like do you like rap sometimes in your verses, or
I have been known to do like a couple lines that come off as if I'm rapping,
hmm
because it'll just be kind of it'll be less singy and just a little bit more rhythmic, but then
yeah.
like it'll still have like just a hint of me singing like towards like
hmm
the end of a phrase or like the end of a word. But
yeah.
usually I do that because I'm trying to like put a little variety in like a verse or something. Like it wouldn't be for like an entire verse, but it's usually just like partial. And you'll probably hear it on the other song that I did one time. I did it like very briefly in like the second verse.
hmm Okay, we'll listen back to that. Yeah,
Yeah, listen back.
that's great. um, so when you produce your songs, do you do everything yourself? Do you keep, or do you get outside collaborators in?
Lately it's been mostly just mainly like myself, and
Hmm.
it's more so because I just kind of want to truly challenge myself and see how much can I really, achieve if I didn't have like the resources to go to someone else.
Hmm.
And it's kind of been also like a juggling piece for me because of, the whole pandemic. It's been like, well, I'm really, really on a budget now. So it's kind of like
Hmm.
I'm really pushing myself to see how much can I create in this space of mine right here and getting it to as professional as possible and if I'm not able to get it to like that next step, then I can try to start looking for like the resources that I would need to get to that level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, what are your future plans? Or I mean, did you already bring out music on online on Spotify and stuff, like an album or such thing, or a single?
I do have an EP that I released previously that's available on pretty much all streaming platforms and even a couple of them that I've never even heard of.
Right.
It's called
Yeah.
It Would Have All Been Different. That was the last project that I had released. And lately, because I've just been learning so much, I'm just trying to absorb as much knowledge as possible while simultaneously creating new music. But I'm
Mm.
definitely in that I'm learning, I'm creating, I'm learning, I'm creating. And I find that as soon as I learn something, I apply it, but then I learn something new and then I apply that as well. So it's a constant like going back and forth at like creating new music, but because I keep learning some new concepts, like I'm applying that as well in the process.
I heard you talking about some courses that you're following. Is that a thing? Is that
Yeah.
like music courses or?
Yeah, I've been taking production courses at a school in NYC. It's called 343 Labs, and it's kind of bringing the technical side of
Mm-hmm.
production and kind of helping you take the ideas that you have in your mind and like physically just technically executing it so it sounds the way that you want it to sound and that it kind of becomes radio ready towards like the end of the course.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. And so you got one EP online.
Mhm.
Do you have stuff ready for people that are interested? Is there a plan? Do you have something?
I do plan to at least release one or two more songs towards the end of summer. I don't
Mm,
have any like specific release dates. Those are I still have to plan those out, and then
yeah,
once I have all that information, then I'm just gonna plop it all on my social media accounts.
right. And those are, well, you just look for Nefertiti Gold, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. You can find me nefertitigoldmusic.com, and then from my website you can literally find everything. Even off of like if you search like my name on like Facebook, you can definitely go to my Facebook page. Links are almost always there. I try to make everything as uniform as possible across all platforms. So my name is usually spelled the same. Twitter's kind of weird because Twitter's kind of weird,
Yeah, so you
but
have an underscore in the end.
yeah, I have an underscore for Twitter, but basically Nefertiti Gold is it's uniform across all my platforms.
Is there one platform that you prefer that you're like, but this is actually where I'm on, and the rest is just
Um, I'm
or
on Instagram predominantly because I feel like that's where everyone has is mostly on, but I do
hmm.
toggle between like Facebook and then I'll be on YouTube occasionally, like Snapchat, but I'm definitely checking Instagram and Facebook daily, just off of notifications or as best as I can. Facebook's kind of weird with their notification schemes. It gets really messy and sometimes it doesn't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
filtered through.
it's,
Yeah.
it's like a day job
Yeah,
to
it
go
is.
through the notification.
It's definitely a day job.
Yeah, I really liked your YouTube channel actually.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
that's
a
definitely a
bit
route that I like
vloggy.
taking. Yeah, I genuinely enjoy that.
Yeah,
And
really
it's just
like it.
kind of taking it and just kind of showing like the behind the scenes because I think like
Yeah.
sometimes some people they just you see your favorite artists and it's almost as if they kind of come out of nowhere and you don't
Mm-hmm.
actually see what got them there. So I
Yeah.
think that's an interesting like aspect to try to document.
So yeah, the YouTube channel is like a real behind the scenes vlog kind of channel. Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's
behind the
really
scenes vlog, cover
comes highly
songs.
recommended. Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. You want to do one more song?
Absolutely.
Great, cool.
This one is called Superhero Love. It's actually on the EP that is available everywhere. And
Oh yeah,
it's
what
definitely one of my favorite songs.
superhero love? And what's the
Yes.
name of the EP again?
It's called It Would Have All Been Different.
It would have all been different.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. together. He came from above. He was my superhero love. Yeah. He was my superhero love. Always so kind and gracious. Humble and so full of patience. I understand we're not meant for today, but promise me you'll be my tomorrow. I swear I feel you in me every day. I thank God you are my saving grace. He came from above. He was my superhero love. Yeah. He was my superhero love. He was.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
I like that song a lot. You've played it already before, and it's a very very nice progression.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, yeah, good. So I want to thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I hope to see you again on one of the open mic sessions.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
try to keep it up, and wishing you also, of course, lots of strength, and hope everything will become better.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and stay safe, huh? Stay safe out there.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right.
And I also want to thank everybody who's been watching.
Yes, thank you everyone that logged
Yeah,
in and has been
hello
watching.
guys.
I'll have to go back and check the comments.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, lots of people will later on see it as well,
Yeah.
once it's shared. And but right now there's already Charlie that's probably gonna contact you.
All right.
Charlie, you should contact her.
Oh yeah, I'll be waiting on your message, Charlie.
All right, guys. All
All
right,
right.
thanks everybody,
All right.
and
Thanks.
thank you,
Bye.
Nefertiti. Bye bye.